Okay, I got to paint a picture for you so we got to hook our audience. Okay, 1948, World War II just ended, and we're in New York, of course, duh. New York's in what we call, I guess, rebuild mode after the war, we're going to say. And this woman named Eleanor Lambert, do you know who Eleanor Lambert is? Neither did I. A fashion publicist. No one ever heard of her, so don't worry about it. Apparently decides to throw a little dinner party at midnight.
Oh.
At midnight to raise money for a museum at the time that nobody had even heard of. Okay? Not the Met, different museum.
Okay.
Tickets were $50 each, which kind of, to be honest, $50 back then
was a lot of money.
It's like $600 today. So that was my first sort of like, oh shit, this is for rich people, right? So
was Eleanor rich?
No, so she wasn't. But the whole idea was to get like the rich Manhattan socialites together and help out this little museum. So anyway, that unremarkable $50 dinner is a thing that eventually became the whole Met Gala. Do you want to guess how much the Met Gala charges today for a seat? Spoiler, it's not $50.
Well, I figured it's not 50.
$75,000.
Wow, to attend.
A ticket.
Wow.
Yes.
Do they charge celebrities that, or do they get to go for free because they're a promo?
No. They are charging.
Wow.
Right? And here's the thing. It's not like you can even get, like, you got to be on the in list. You can't even buy a ticket until you're approved to buy a ticket.
Oh,
yeah. So it's some serious shit, right? There's like somebody in charge of who's really allowed to go and who's allowed to spend their $75,000. So keep listening because here's what we're going to learn. This is what we're promising. First, how the $50 fundraiser turned into the most exclusive event on the planet. Amanda, did you know it generates twice as much media attention as the Super Bowl?
Really?
I never knew that because I'm not in this club. Right. Okay. Second, the whole is fashion really considered art debate that has been going on literally for years and years. The Met is finally taking a stand. This year, they did it.
Oh.
We're going to talk about that. And finally, we're going to talk about how the woman who runs this whole thing is like some sort of freaking dictator, approves every outfit, even banned Donald Trump from ever showing up again.
Wow, he went at some point.
How's that for? He went a lot. Like 2004, 2012. He went a lot.
Huh.
Yes, they got banned. Banned. So this is going to be a good one. All right. Welcome back to Sort of Sophisticated, the podcast where culture, curiosity, and chaos collide. I'm Pete, and with me, as always, is Amanda.
Hello, everybody. I'm very excited, Pete.
I like the way you said, hello, everybody. Why are you excited today? Why?
Because this is fascinating. Like, I need to know more about this woman who has all this power.
Oh, my. So this is going to be a story about 3 women.
3?
Well, because the woman who started it.
Yeah.
Then there's like a woman who continued in between, and then we're going to talk about the one who's the current.
Okay.
Though this is woman power times 10. This is quite remarkable, this story. So I'll be honest, I wasn't super into this when I started doing the research, but I was like, okay, I have to get out of my box. I know shit about the Super Bowl, but if this thing generates twice as much media attention as the Super Bowl, I need
learn more. Here
to
we
learn.
are.
And so this is what we did. So here we are. But first we got to do official title. So official title is, it's a public museum, so why can't you get in?
Oh,
dun,
good title.
Dun,
good
right?
title.
I know, I thought so.
But what's our word of the week?
Should we even do word of the week anymore?
I know, I think we skipped it like 3 weeks.
2 weeks in a row.
Oh,
we screwed up accoutrements. We screwed up prepend. I feel terrible. I go back, I'm editing episodes. It's not in there. I'm thinking maybe I should just AI it in. I don't know. This totally sucks. Okay, our word of the week this week is, let's get this right, velleity. Velleity.
Huh.
I don't know. You got anything? Velleity?
Itty small? I don't know.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. It means a wish or an inclination that is so small.
Oh.
You are right.
Oh,
that you never actually do anything about it. Like my velleity to learn Spanish every year.
Oh.
Like I always commit that I'm going to learn Spanish and I never do because it's
no, but your wish or inclination isn't that small. Like you want to do it,
but I'm not doing it. So like I'm not actually doing anything about it.
Okay,
right.
Fair.
I think I just like the idea of saying I'm going to keep learning Spanish more than actually doing Spanish. I mean, I do Duolingo, but like what's that? 5 minutes a day, right? Like it sucks. Okay. All right. Velleity.
Okay.
Do we got this?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Pete.
What?
My velleity on the Met Gala is
high or low? What do we got?
Super low.
Okay. We got
so
right.
Pique my interest.
Okay,
Tell me all about this.
I feel like that's my job every week. Okay. Before we start, if you like what you're listening to, hit subscribe and follow us. New episodes come out weekly on any of your favorite podcast platforms. We'd love to have you along. Thank you. Okay. So before we do any history, Amanda, I got a PSA this whole thing.
Okay.
Because I know absolutely what everybody's thinking, including you, because I was thinking the same thing, and I'm just projecting. So why are we doing an episode on the Met Gala when it's just a bunch of rich people getting dressed up and going to dinner?
Well, I mean, I get why we're doing it, because it's pop culture. People talk about
it.
Right,
but we're trying to go deeper than that. So I was sort of having my moment of like...
But I'm sure there's history. There's
there
history
is.
With everything.
Right. So I'm Jedi mind tricking us because I feel like that's what we should be doing.
All right, here we are.
Which, by the way, why didn't we do an episode on... It's literally May the 4th. Why didn't we do an episode on Star Wars?
I don't know. You got to talk to the guy who picks our podcast episodes.
I think he has a better I think somebody needs to have a long, hard talk with that guy. All right, fine. Okay, here's my Jedi mind trick. So the Met Gala is technically a fundraiser for a public museum.
Yes,
right?
The Met.
Okay, technically, yes. Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York. It's not private, anything. Anybody can go. And the Costume Institute, the department that the Met Gala is actually raising money for, has something like 30,000 different clothes or like costumes or outfits, whatever like historical ones, like from like hundreds and hundreds of years now, like a really long time. So like things people wore, by the way. This isn't just like bullshit from movie theaters or anything. This is like what people really wore in like old times. So theoretically, all that stuff is there for the general public to see. And technically, if a bunch of rich people want to buy $75,000 tickets to dress up for one night, we're all benefiting because rich people decided to help subsidize us being able to get into the museum for free. So I'm arguing it's a good thing, even though it's totally snobby.
Oh, okay.
Does this make sense?
Yes.
That's my Jedi mind trick. Is that fair?
Yes. So wait, does the Met Gala then fund the whole museum?
So, no.
Or just the department?
Just that department. So only one part. So I thought, okay, well, wait a second. If it's funding the whole museum, that's amazing. But really, it's just that Costume Institute part.
But why do they need so much money?
It's expensive. This thing's huge. It's in New York City. It's land. It's taxes. It's insane. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. This was like a lot of rabbit hole digging to figure this whole thing out. So the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York, like the Met, it's like what? A top 5 museum in the world.
Yes.
Okay. Enormous. Millions and millions and millions of different pieces on display. Incredible. Okay. Have you ever been in?
I've not been in. We've took a picture on the front steps to say that we've been to the Met, but we did not go.
But you didn't want to go in. Well, the girls were too small.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have not been in, like I was a kid. I was a teenager when I went. So I got to go back. But anyway, okay. So since the whole thing's free, it's got to pay for itself. Do you have any idea what the actual...
but it's not free.
It is. So technically it's free for New York residents, New Jersey residents, Connecticut residents. Everybody else has to pay $30 to get in.
I was going to say.
But $30 to get into the Met, that's not... And by the way, that only started happening like, I don't know, in the last like 10 or 15, 20
really?
years. Something like, it wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
It was free for a very long time. Up until at least the 2000s, it was free.
So is it not funded by like taxes? Because you said that it was these 3 states that are able to go in for free. So I would assume it's subsidized by taxes?
Right. So that's what I thought too. But it's really only like 15% of their actual operating. But do you know what the operating budget is for the Met? Annually?
No.
$300 million a year.
Wow.
$300 million to operate this stupid thing. Right. Okay. I shouldn't say stupid thing. It's amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's incredible. So 15% comes from taxes. The feds like chip in a little bit, but like that's sort of it. The other 85% comes from massive endowments that have been around now. I mean, think about it, for like 150 years. So like rich people donating their life savings, whatever, to this, like over the years and years and years. And then the rest sort of comes from regular rich people, like they're donating now, and then just admissions, like the $30 tickets, the gift store, the whatever restaurants, blah, 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 blah.
Well, question, hold on. Before you go a little bit further.
Yeah.
When you say endowment, like just for everyone who's listening, basically it's a fund that people will donate money to.
Yes.
And then they will use that fund invested in somehow in order to create a revenue stream.
Correct.
For
and because that developed literally 150 years ago, that endowment you can imagine is massive now.
Well, it would have to be because it sounds like they need about 250 million.
They need 250 comes from endowments alone out of the 300 million.
That's crazy.
And then the 50 million comes from like the taxes and all the other crap. Right.
Right. So we're talking billions of dollars.
Yeah, because the Met's endowment. So I looked that up because I was freaking out. The Met's endowment right now is worth $3.5 billion. So like what you take 7% of that every year, $250 million. Yeah, you know it.
That's crazy.
It's incredible. Okay, so I got to go back to the whole Costume Institute part. So they don't get any of that money. That's why they have to have the Met Gala because.
But are they the same building?
Yeah, so they are now. So they weren't, but we're going to talk about that. So go back all the way to the beginning when we were talking about, is fashion really art? I don't know.
It is now.
This gets really weird. So a long story short is the Costume Institute wanted to become part of the Met, and the deal was they could join back in 1946, 48. I think it was like 46, yeah. But they had to fund themselves. And they agreed because they were like, we really want to do this because this whole problem is nobody considered fashion art at the time. It's clothes. It's not like paintings and sculptures and like like artifacts.
It is a way of expression.
Huh?
It's a way of expression.
Oh, okay. Well, you're buying that. I wasn't buying it. Okay, right.
Oh, really?
So
Huh.
the Met decides clothes can be there, but they're going to pay for themselves. And since literally all the way back then, nobody ever decided to renegotiate. So the Met Gala has to raise all its own funds for the Costume Institute.
And how much usually is that?
$30 million.
Wow.
They make annually. $30 million on that dinner. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible how they do this whole thing.
But what's fascinating is I feel like someone really should renegotiate that because of the Met Gala. That is how people know the Met.
Right.
So,
right. So you would
which is so funny because I immediately thought Met Gala, it funds the Met, but it doesn't.
Not
it
at all.
Funds the Costume
No.
Institute.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you like this content, subscribe, leave a review, and share with us your episode ideas. We'll pretend like they're ours and pass them off as our own. If you like this short and want to watch another, click here. If you want to catch a whole episode, click here.